Hello, happy Thursday.
Hello! Yeah, happy Thursday.
1st of June.
It is, White Rabbits.
White rabbits, white rabbits. Is that 1st of May? I'm supposed to say white rabbits.
Well, I just thought it was
Any day.
any first of the month.
Any
But
first.
you're supposed to say it as soon as you wake up.
Well, I didn't
before
think
you
about that.
speak to anybody else.
Didn't think about that.
No.
Because when I first woke up, I was a bit late and Gigi was on his way. And then when I got Gigi, I went to have a shower. So, you know.
Right, so that's probably when I tried to ring you, is it?
No, I was in the back. But by the time I galloped up, the phone had stopped.
I left a message though.
I need to have that phone hanging around my neck. And don't ask me about my sweater because it's one of my mummy made me.
It's lovely.
Many, many, many years ago. I can tell you
No,
the
it's
pattern.
hand knitted.
Yeah.
My God, it's fine, isn't
I
it?
can tell you the pattern was Hayfield.
Beautiful.
Can't tell you what it is because I haven't got the pattern. It was one of mummy's. And I can tell you that the cotton was Peyton's super soft cotton. I can tell
It's
you that
lovely.
much. And it's washed and worn many, 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 many moons. And since I've lost a teeny bit of weight, I can get it again.
It's lovely.
And I'm wearing it because it goes with me. Oh, I sort of goes with this skirt.
Yeah.
So
It's a very good contrast, dear.
that's on my beads. I don't know where they came from. If you gave them to me, thank you. You can't really put tags on saying who gave them, you know, and I've got a brain like a goldfish, as you said before. Anyway, what's new in your world?
What's new in my world? Not a right lot. I was late getting here. I was on Tinterweb. Tried. My daughter wanted to take my granddaughter to the One Love Manchester
Oh, the Ariana Grande
concert.
and
you know,
everybody
the
else.
benefit one, yeah, on Sunday.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, she's everybody's clubbed together, the artists, whatever, and they're
Oh,
doing
there's loads. You know, there's
yeah.
this Ariana Grande,
There's
Katy Perry,
Justin Bieber.
who our Freya wanted to go and see.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, Take That,
Take That.
Coldplay.
Coldplay, yeah.
Those are just a few. But my daughter said, tickets go on sale at 10 o'clock. Will you phone this number? Anyway, I phoned the, bang on 10 o'clock, I phoned the number.
Yeah.
I thought, this isn't right. It went to some mailbox, something or other. I thought, hey. So then I phoned the other number she gave me. And that was some sort of recorded message at a travel firm. I thought, where's she got these numbers from? So
Well,
I
yeah.
texted her saying, number's wrong, going to try the internet. So got up the, you know, the Ticketmaster thing. Tickets were for standing. Well, because my granddaughter's under 14, they have to have a seat.
Yeah.
So then it was like, well, what do I do here?
Yeah. Well, standing.
Re-Google.
She's not that tall. She wouldn't have seen the thing, would she?
Re-Google for seats. So I bet you it was like 10 past 10 before I even started. And apparently, so I found out since, all the tickets went after 20 minutes.
It's not surprising, is it? Well, a lot of them would be gone anyway because they were given... people who'd been
Oh,
to the
yeah.
original concert, if they still had the receipts through Ticketmaster
Yeah.
that they'd paid, they're going anyway. You know, they're allowed back in. It's probably to get the kids over the trauma,
Yeah.
isn't it, you know, of what happened, because a lot of them are in shock, aren't they?
So I was on my phone and my laptop. My daughter, I think she's, I've got 3 devices going here, Mum, and I can't get any one of them to come up with anything. And I got through a couple of times, but the minute you put in
What you want.
you wanted tickets, and it said, oh, what was it, best something or other. And underneath it said £2,500. I thought, you can
the touts
swing
will be.
for it.
The touts will have got them.
Well, so called because it's a charity thing. It was supposed to be set up for not, you know. But underneath, if you clicked it, it did say, you know, you had the option for the 40 quid.
Yeah, donate.
Which is,
yeah.
you know,
What it is.
what the ticket prices were.
The touts will be out in force. I don't care how they manage to get these blooming tickets.
Yeah, but they
I
do, don't
but
they?
they get them.
And I think when it's a charity gig like that,
I think they should be.
yeah, but more fool people for paying it.
Yeah, but
Oh my
they
gosh,
do.
the concert tickets these days are expensive enough.
I know.
You know, it's sort of...
I've not been to a concert since the last time I went to see one was, what's he called? Luther Vandross.
Right.
And I paid £60. And I paid £60 for my friend and he didn't turn up.
Oh, I think he would have got a slap.
Could have given it away. I could have sold it, but I had the ticket in my hand and
Also, I've not been to any sort of major concerts.
And I was really upset with him because he'd put on weight. So he was having a hissy fit and he didn't want the big screens up because he'd put on weight. So I paid £60 to see a micro dot. I mean, he was, don't get me wrong, his voice, he was absolutely spot on. He was tremendous. But as for seeing him, he could have been anybody.
Oh.
I mean, he's a big lad, but he was like that big.
Yeah.
And the people next to me, honest to God, they got up one more time for a beer. It was like, excuse me. And I'm thinking, oh, you've come to see a concert, not to go for beer. And they were coming back slopping these beers all over me every time they come back because they're plastic cups, you know.
Yeah.
And I felt like saying, will you just sit down and stop it, you know?
I must admit, I don't think I'd be a fan of going to a big concert.
No, that put me off.
I really wouldn't. I prefer, you know, smaller venues.
There were those wooden seat things where I was like the bleachers.
Yeah.
Of course, every time anybody moved, you were like, and I'm not very good on heights. I was like quite high up. And every time anybody went,
oh God.
And I was like, oh, hold on. So my back hurt, you know, because they weren't proper seats. Oh, Lord.
Well, hey ho.
So that was
how I spent my morning.
That was my last experience of a live concert.
So, really, not much more.
And where I live now, when they have the bands in the park, they had like Oasis before they split up. I only had to sit in my back garden. I didn't need to buy a ticket because I could hear them from the park. So I don't need to buy tickets to go to see them in the park. By the other year they had one, oh Lord above, I don't know whether they were punks or what they were. And one of them was screaming. He was like all on one note, screaming. And I could hear everybody going, cheering, and I'm thinking,
what were good about that?
What were good about that? And I said to somebody who went there, I said, oh God, it was horrible. It was like screeching. And she goes, oh, they're good. They've got a real big following. And I'm thinking, why?
Okay, righto.
Why?
Well, I must admit we had a live event in our town over the bank holiday weekend. And we could hear some at bands. But I must admit we didn't go down to it because...
I love a brass band from about a mile away.
What you like?
I love brass bands, don't get me wrong, but when you're near them...
Oh yeah, it's very... yeah.
You can't get the benefit because it's too loud, you know, and it drives you nutty. By the way, where did Gigi go? Did he go to bed? Oh, he's in his basket. Oh. Sue brought him a new basket, so he's in his basket. I was only saying that because the POST woman is on her way.
Oh, right.
She's across the road at the moment.
Oh, right, well, there's...
Yeah. She does try to make friends with him, I will say that for her. You know,
God.
But he doesn't, not having any of it.
No.
I think he likes his new bed too.
Well, yeah, he had a look at it when I brought it in.
Yeah.
And was thought, so, well, that's not very comfortable, so we put a cushion in it.
And his blanket.
And his blanket over it, and little man's gone and got on it.
Yeah. We were just mentioning the other week, and I said I need to get a plastic one like that I can leave outdoors, you know, for the rain.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to go outdoors, do you? I think it's going to stay in
here.
I think he's owned it.
He's claimed it.
We've undone the patio furniture, haven't we?
We have. So it's airing off.
Yeah, it's not as bad as we thought it would be.
No.
It's not. Oh, she's gone past me. She doesn't want me today.
There we go.
My postwoman doesn't want me. I didn't think I'd ordered anything. She'd have brought anything, it would have been a bill.
Oh, we can do with that.
So the patio furniture is airing off now.
Yeah.
And it's not as bad as we thought. Wasn't well through. What?
Oh, he's fast asleep, bless him.
No, she didn't come, so he
Yeah.
would have heard her feet coming up the path.
That's it. Just needs.
I can't hear it all. Spoke too soon. She's actually
Yeah,
coming back
she's.
in. But Gigi
We'll
is
just keep going
fast
and
asleep, and we just keep
hopefully,
talking, and
you know,
hopefully he
yeah,
won't notice that
That's
she's
it.
been
But
here.
you know, it depends what you know if it drops. You know, through the.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, he's not.
No, she's off again.
Can't have been anything
People out
heavy.
there will think we're nuts.
Can't be anything heavy. Be a bill. Or vote for such a body,
Yeah.
such a body. And I still haven't got a clue. I'm still a don't know.
Oh, trouble is, I know
Yeah.
that I'm going to have to vote tactically.
Yeah, you know, sort of you think, yeah, I'll vote for them. And then they say something stupid and you think,
No, I'll vote for them.
I'll vote for the others. And then they say
yeah,
something stupid and you think,
oh no, well, I'll vote for the third lot, and then you think if I vote for the third lot, I'm wasting my
vote.
vote. And you know, you've got to do. No, I'm voting tactically this time.
because you know the
enough
third,
said about politics.
yeah, you know that the third one hasn't got a chance of getting in, so you don't want to
Yeah,
waste
but they
your
have
vote.
decent policies, you know.
I
And it's
know.
like,
And you think, it's not
It's
been
a
the same
shame,
since the
isn't it?
Monster Raiding Looney Party.
I know.
Since he
I
died, it's
voted
not
for
been the
them.
same. Since Screaming Lord Such died,
Yeah.
it's not been the same.
No.
Has it? No. Now we just have legitimate nutters. Oh, saying nothing about politics.
No.
When are we supposed to vote? Next week, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, on Thursday. Next Thursday.
All right.
June the 8th.
Pity I'm not going to the hospital that day.
Oh no, you've got to use your vote.
I've got to use my vote because Mrs.
You've got to
Pankhurst
use. Yes.
tied herself to the railings for me, didn't she?
Yeah. That's it. So
And
you've
sometimes
got
I
to
wish she
vote.
hadn't bothered. Oh, I know nothing. I know nothing, and I'm not saying anything because I know nothing. So you won't hear me spouting about anything because I don't know anything. So I've got no hard and fast political beliefs.
No, that's it.
That's it.
So anyway, what have we done? We've undone the patio furniture and put it
Yeah.
out to air off.
And then Sue went upstairs. I don't know if she went to the loo or what. I thought she's a good while.
No, I said I were having a loo.
All right. You said you were having a look in the craft room
Yeah.
because everything collapsed. You know when I made that video and I piled everything in piles? Well, it just went...
It wasn't in a pile when I went in.
No, it just went into a heap. So you went in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yay.
Before I knew it, I'd sort of found some small step ladders. So I was putting the Aaron,
Because
it
I'm
was
banned.
on the floor, onto a shelf, so...
I'm banned off step ladders because I'm dangerous.
Yeah.
I fall over on the floor, so there's no way I have stood on steps when I was in the craft room, but it was like dicey. The number of times I nearly fell off and was like, we won't
Yeah,
count, yeah. So,
Leave it for somebody else to do.
yeah. And we've been looking in the garage to see if we can free up another.
Yeah. Of course we can.
Yeah.
Positive thinking, you see.
Yeah, because
Of course we
the
can.
bookcase that's in that craft room is lovely, but it's only about yay high. So we could really do with another
Tall one.
tall. So the bookcase will probably come back downstairs again. After I got Tony next door to carry it all the way upstairs again.
Oh no, we'll sort it out.
But
Don't
don't
all
worry.
panic. No
No,
worries,
it'll
we'll
get
sort
there
it
in the
out.
end. We'll stop panicking.
Your mission
Yes, I know what
over
my
weekend
mission
is to thin those clothes out.
sort out my wardrobe.
Yes. And you've got
I'm
to
really
be tough.
Bad at that. I'm like, well, I really like it. It's just about 2 inches too small, but I really,
Yeah,
really
but
like
if
it.
it's 2 inches too small,
It's 2 inches
get
too
rid of it,
small.
because even if you lost those 2 inches, you wouldn't wear it again.
I know, but sometimes I really, really, really like them.
You might like them, but you wouldn't wear them again.
Some of them I would. But there's
Now you're making excuses. Come on.
no, well, I know there's some jackets that can go because I don't
Yeah.
wear them anymore because I've got those new ones onto those indigo moon.
Yeah.
So I can part with the jackets that I used to wear when I was working, seeing as it's like 11 years since I left
Yeah.
work, and I really haven't worn them since. And I don't know what's in that other bag I packed away. I really don't know. There's 2 bags, those squash bags.
Well, if you don't know, you've never missed them then, have you?
No idea
So
what's
they
in
go straight to the charity shop.
I've got to have a look.
No.
Yes, I do.
No.
But I'm nosy.
Yeah, but if you haven't wanted them or needed them since you packed them up, and you don't even know what's in there,
No. And
then there's no need.
I know I've got a suitcase upstairs of trousers that are just a little bit too small.
Just a little bit too small.
They are. They're about a size or two too small. But I'm losing weight, so you never know.
Jan.
But the good ones, the Marks and Spencers. I'd only kept the good ones. I didn't keep the rubbish. I didn't keep them.
See, look at him making excuses now.
2 of them have got the swing tickets on. They've never been worn on my bum. So they've got to stay. Because they're just a size, no, 2 sizes too small.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see what we've got in there.
If you've not done your homework, when I come next week, there's going to be trouble. Am I pulling your face?
You want to shout at me?
Yeah. Set it, kids.
I'm going to change the subject. What are you crocheting? You said you'd have finished that white shawl, you know?
Do you know, in between running after everybody else, I'm supposed to be, you know, getting myself better.
Because you had an injection, didn't you, last week?
Running round after everybody else. I've not done a right lot of crocheting.
Well,
These past couple of days, my son's been round, just do some odd jobs in house.
Can I borrow your cloud?
What did we do at weekend? He were in, weren't he? He were home. So you never get anything done, do you? I mean, I know it sounded like full of my face and what have you, but no. He's not so bad, but it's like us time rather than me time.
Well, I started off making a heart.
I'm digging myself an hole that's even deeper now.
Well, I'm getting you out of it now. I started off crocheting a heart for Manchester. And it was 4-ply, you know.
And it was looking really nice.
It was looking nice until we decided we'd walk outside to see where the patio furniture was. And I'd unravelled half of it before I got to the back door because it was wound round my ankle. And then it wound round my ankle again when I walked in the kitchen, and then Gigi
decided he would go have a go.
So there isn't much of the heart left.
No.
So we'll have to start all over again.
Yes.
But somebody was saying, can you show me the heart when you're making it? So I'm afraid
no.
It's just go undone.
No.
It was a very slow heart. So I'm going to have to start again.
Where are they sending them all to?
It's a lady in the south of Manchester. She advertised on her Facebook. It's called A Heart For, as in number 4.
Yeah.
MCR, A Heart for Manchester. And they're planning to hang them up in Manchester, all over the place. And when the Manchester Arena, MEN Arena's open again, they were going to hand them out to people who were going into the venue. Yeah? It's just like a show of solidarity, really. I mean, like there's millions of flowers in St Anne's Square, millions and millions of them. Toys, teddy bears, you name it, there's everything in the middle of it.
Yeah, but at least it's something that'll last, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
they were going to hang hearts on railings and, you know. And some of them are beautiful, some of them are sewn bees on them. You know, with their embroidery machines. Yeah. Well, there's a guy in Prestwich and he was doing tattoos of bees.
Right.
And they were queuing up at 8 o'clock and he didn't
bees.
stop working because the bee is the worker bee for Manchester.
Oh, right. See, live and learn.
And they were queuing up at 8 o'clock when he opened in the morning and he was still doing tattoos at 11 o'clock at night.
Blooming heck.
He was doing, I don't know whether all the proceeds were for the Manchester appeal. The appeal is for like the relatives and
families of
the victims and things like that, because some of them are still in hospital, some of them have lost limbs. There's still about 50 people still in critical condition that are still in hospital. So, I mean, the ones who've lost their lives, yes, there's funerals to be paid for. But people who've lost limbs, I mean, that's going to affect them for the rest of their life.
And I don't know how much truth there is in this, that this Ariana Grande was going to pay for the funerals.
She said she was going to pay for the funerals, but I think it's changed to now. She's doing this benefit concert now.
Right.
Because of everybody, collected.
Yeah.
I mean, I've ordered 2 mugs from my friend Sarah, who's been making them. He says, I love Manchester on them. I've got to collect them.
Yeah.
And she was doing them for free, but she was doing them for a donation. Because her daughter was trying to raise £500 for the Isle of Manchester.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I looked yesterday, she's raised £502.
Oh, very
so she's
good.
done very well. But Sarah's done a lot of it. She was, you know, making coasters and little hearts and all sorts of things she was making. And as you say, it was all for donation. So I donated for these 2 mugs.
Oh, very
and
good.
I've got 2 mugs coming.
Lovely.
So that's where I'm going to have my Isle of Manchester. They're finished, they're done. It's just I
Yeah.
haven't been up and got them yet. I've still got to go to the dentist to get me my plate thing. You know, my sleep guard.
Oh, right.
Stop me grinding my teeth. So when I go to the dentist, I have to pass by
Oh, well, you can call.
Sarah's. But Sarah's one of those people who's never in.
Well, if you tell her you're going, then...
Yeah, she'll put them where I know they'll be.
Yeah.
I won't say where, just in case anybody's watching. But, yeah, if I mention that I'm going up, yeah, because she's a very social animal. Very social animal, she's never in. Well, she is actually, but I just don't go by when she is in, yeah?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm. So, that's what I'll have, an Isle of Manchester mug when I come.
Excellent.
Not saying next video, because it all depends when I go. And I've also got to go to the post office tomorrow to post off Sue like seashells, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sue has sold
A blanket.
A long cabin blanket. It's either a baby blanket or a lap gown, isn't it? One of the two. So we've got to post that off. And I posted off all my sales. I've got another sale maybe to come.
Yeah.
Because I finished the Boleros off and they're all on Etsy, but they're ordered. But I'm doing another one that won't be an order. So if you want one, keep your eye peeled.
Right.
It won't be long. I've got another sleeve to do and all the border around.
Righto. Do you know, sometimes the finishing bits are the worst bits, aren't they?
Sewing together. I tend to think, oh, they're finished.
Yeah.
And I haven't either done the border or I haven't sewn them together. They're in like 4 different pieces or whatever. And I'm thinking, they're finished now, I can start something else now. And then I find them and think, oh, they're not finished at all. They're not.
Never mind.
So I've got another order, which we haven't decided what colour she's having yet. And then I need to make some more things to go. Summer tops I want to make.
Oh, well, I'm still on me, you know,
so
finishing, finishing stuff. But
the FF.
Yeah, that one. But I found that pattern at Jan's.
In
your
oldie worldy.
And do you know me in waistcoats? I love my waistcoats.
We've been looking through 3 of these and they're absolutely...
Oh, they're packed full of vintage stuff.
Packed full of vintage patterns. I've got 4 actually of these because one of them's baby patterns.
Yeah.
So, you know,
there's a few in that, you know, you think, ooh.
I'm a vintage pattern queen. I am absolutely... Ah, there it is. The one we've been looking for is there.
Righty-ho.
It doesn't look nice there, but it looks nice when it's done. We've been looking through them and not finding this pattern I had my eye for Sue.
Righto, yeah.
I made that from me well, I called her auntie, but she was actually my cousin. But she was so old, I called her auntie. I made it to her about 4 or 5 times because she loved it.
Yeah, right.
She loved it.
Oh, I can see how it had...
Yeah, it's got the V point.
Yeah.
And the flat back.
Yeah, but even so if I
did it lower down.
Lower down, sort of a lot more modern. If you
I would be saying this pattern. Really nice, really nice. Doesn't look nice on the pattern, but it is nice when it's done. I can assure
I can look, you know, when you look and...
it's really nice when it's done. Well, she liked it anyway. She liked it so much. She had about 4 of them, I think.
Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that.
And she was like you. She had an olive green one. And a beige one. And I think she had a black one. And I can't remember what the other colour was.
No, I'm fancying blue. I've got some of my glasses here. Oh,
no,
just steamed up.
She put her glasses on in the craft room, and I'm not joking, they were like crazy paving. I don't know where she got them.
Because they've been on top of my head and were like, you know, all the heat and everything.
Oh dear. One of my neighbours is limping, walking down the street.
Oh dear.
He's only a youngster, he's probably been playing football.
Yeah. Oh no.
One of these sporty types, you know what I mean? He's limping away there with his ankle.
Well, it serves him right then. That's what you get through playing sports.
Well, I turned on to A&E the other night because there was nothing else on the telly. And it was a weekend and they were either drunks
Oh.
or there were sporting injuries. Topshop. Accessories from Topshop.
Oh gosh, that is a 70s type thing, isn't it? That's for
Doesn't say when they are. Is it decimal? So that gives you an idea if it's a decimal part.
15p.
Ooh, it's a decimal one.
Yeah, got to be 70s.
Yeah.
The Topshop, I'd say. Yeah. Do you reckon?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of my patterns are 14D.
Yeah, but you see, this one's 6p.
Yeah, that's a modern one, isn't it? 8p. I'm sure I've got something to do.
I love that. It's almost like, you know, Alexander the Meerkat, double knittings.
Yeah, I have double knittings. Oh, you see, this one says 7.5D, I think.
7pence halfpenny.
7.8, I think this one says.
Oh no, what a shame.
Oh no, it's
just
P.
a dated one.
It's P, 7.5p. I've made that a few times as well. My mother was a great lover of waistcoats. Absolutely loved them, wore them all the time. She didn't wear, well, we got her into trousers as she got older,
Yeah.
but she was a great lover of crimpling dresses.
Oh, remember crimpling?
Crimpling
Do
dresses,
you know, they used
she
to have some
loved
nice
them.
crimpling.
Yeah,
And it didn't fray.
yeah.
You know, and
I tell you what, you could wash it. Honestly. Yeah, a lot of these are. I haven't found any with D's on them yet. There's quite a few with D's. There should be, but I can't find.
oh, there
any.
will be.
Can't find any at the moment. They're all P's. Which,
Right, too.
yes. Mind you, I was looking in. I got sidetracked. I was looking at an address in Etsy to send this sale to, and I got sidetracked into looking at some patterns. And I'm not joking. Some of them were £6.
Oh, it's frightening, isn't it?
And I'm like, no, I don't mind paying for a designer pattern, but these were just patterns. They weren't designer patterns. I mean, the Hotel of Bees was quite expensive, but there's like 11 pages to that.
Yeah.
And it's like one of Doris Chan's. She goes into depth with them. I mean, that's different, isn't it? But these patterns are like £5 and £6, and I guarantee if you buy them, you're probably only getting about 4 sheets.
Yeah.
And they're very, very similar, with a slight tweak
Yeah.
to other patterns. I'm sorry, but no, I'm not paying £6
No.
for a paper pattern.
No.
I'd rather buy a book from Amazon for 12
Yeah.
quid,
Yeah.
where there's about half a dozen. Yeah. Oh, I told you that when my book arrived, didn't I? It was exactly the same as the French one.
So guess who's got the French one?
I said to Stu, can you read French? It's the same set of patterns. I've got the English one. So at least when she gets stuck, she can say, what's on page 6?
Yeah. They're ringing up and saying, on page whatever it is, you know, row such a thing. What's it say? What's the end bit?
Well, one said London on it. I mean, you would think it would be English, wouldn't you, when it
Yeah.
says London, but it doesn't. It said, whatever.
I'll just read it pattern, just see. And then you look at the picture just to see if you can see how it...
Where did the other one go? I was going to copy it for you.
how it
It doesn't say
yeah,
that,
it's
actually,
here.
but it's a vintage. So there's
So-
no way. Listers is not actually in production anymore because they went into making rugs. So it must be pre-watershed. So we're not giving anything
Oh,
away.
I get it why it says do that, right.
Yeah, it's pre-watershed. So, but please don't ask me for a copy because I don't do it for anybody
No.
else. Because I don't want to get in any trouble. You have to be so careful these days. But other people,
Well, that's it. I'll bring... Yeah, and I'll
Other-
come to your house
That's
and
it,
I'll
of course.
use it at your house. Then you're not breaking any copyright or
other
anything.
people don't seem to care because there's patterns
but-
for sale on Etsy and they've come out of the latest crochet magazines.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's also patterns for sale on Etsy. For argument's sake, Etsy, eBay,
Yeah.
whatever, any craft
Yeah.
forum or sales site, and you'll, you know, vintage pattern, and you'll pay your £1 or whatever,
Yeah.
and all you get is a photocopy.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but that is well out of order.
Yeah. But I mean, there's, like I say, on Etsy and on eBay, there's patterns for sale out of the latest copies of the crochet magazine.
Yeah, but they've
how did they get away with that?
I know, but they sell patterns from like Red Art and Coates and Clark's and
that are free.
Lion Brand that are free.
They do it same with drops.
Yeah.
They're selling free drops patterns on eBay. So they're free. Don't bother buying them, they're free. Just go look on drops.
Yeah.
I think Drops site puts people off because there's so many patterns. Literally.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. No,
hundreds.
it only puts them off
Yeah.
because they won't look through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas I quite like going on Drops and having a look.
I search through Drops, I search through Etsy, I search through eBay, I search through Ravelry, I search through Pinterest. If you're a true dedicated follower of patterns, you'll do these sort of things. You know, and yet people just don't want to do it, they want a link. And I'm like, no, you don't want a link, you want to go and have a look for them. You know? Just open your peepers and have a
these
look.
days, everybody wants it handed to them on a plate, don't they? And I'm sorry, but...
And I can't understand when people say, I can't find a YouTube video for it. My God, there'd be gazillions of YouTube videos if you think of how many patterns there are out in the world. Not every pattern can have a YouTube, you know. And also, to make a YouTube video...
what happened to getting a pattern?
I'm not reading it.
And reading it.
Yeah.
And, you know, alright, if it's a difficult pattern, you pull it back, you start
but
again,
you go
you
on
pull it
Ravelry
back,
and
you
you
do a
ask
bit.
if anybody's done it, have they had trouble with it, and there's always somebody who'll answer you.
Yeah, but either that or if you do it 2 or 3 times and then
It
suddenly
goes
penny
in.
will drop,
Yeah.
won't it? And you think, well, why didn't I think of that in the first place?
Yeah.
And you read it and you think, yeah, it's plain as day, that.
Yeah. But when I learned
My
to
brain
crochet,
wasn't.
when I learned to crochet, there wasn't any YouTube. I mean, I do think that YouTube has spoiled a lot of people from actually learning how to read a pattern. You know, because if they didn't have any YouTube pattern, you know, how would they do them? They'd either have to make their own patterns up. People ask me why don't I do tutorials. No, I don't, because you have to ask permission from the person who's made the pattern. You have to buy specialised equipment because my little camera wouldn't do. It has to be something, you have to have all this stuff rigmarole over the top of you and all this jazz. I'm not prepared.
Yeah, but the thing is, you want to spend your time enjoying crocheting rather than...
Yeah, and you don't get paid for doing it. You know, you're doing it for free. You're putting it on YouTube for free. And I can't
but hats off to those that do.
Oh, yes. That's what they want to do. I love watching them. It's not for me, though. So, you know, people say, why don't you do a tutorial on this, tutorial on that?
Yeah, some people are, you know, are put
like
out for doing it.
Yeah,
and others
but I'm
aren't.
not, and I'm not. I haven't got the kind of money to buy that kind of equipment for an overhead camera that fits over my head and the lighting that's involved in getting the lighting straight and, oh, no. I'd rather sit and crochet.
Yeah.
I'm 71, for goodness sake. I'm past all that sort of thing.
Are you past it? Love?
I'm past it.
You're past it.
I'm
right.
past tutorials, so please don't ask. Now, Ephraim will probably say, can you do a tutorial? Because he does this to me all the time. You know what I'm talking about, Ephraim. He'll put a little comment in the comments saying, can you do a tutorial? He does it to wind me up. But I got him back. I sent him a sweater he knew nothing about.
Oh, well, very good.
Until it arrived, and nobody said a word to him, nobody leaked it. Everybody knew about it and nobody leaked it. So,
good.
Yay! Surprised you. I love it when I can do that. Can't do it often because the postage is too damn dear, but
This is true.
by the by. I would love to be like a benefactor who sends little random gifts of whatever to people. You know, little surprise things. But you go to the post office and they say like £15 for the postage and you think, oh, that wasn't a good idea, was it? Because you could be sending a pair of arm warmers or something.
Yeah, and they want,
and they want 15 quid to send them, you know. I mean, much as I love Rosita, I've had to stop sending her gifts because...
Yeah. Oh God, the postage was just unbelievable. And then to learn that at the other end...
She got charged.
She'd have to pay to go and get it.
Yeah. It cost me £100 odd to send it, and then she had to pay, I don't know how much to get it. Would have been cheaper to get a ticket and flown there with it, you know. So here, I've flown back home again.
Oh dear.
Anyway, when I'm talking about flying, I want to go places, but I've got no passport at the moment.
I must admit, mine's run out.
Yeah, well, you're more likely to go
this
than me.
year, but...
You're more likely to go.
I know, but I just keep thinking, I'll renew it if I know I'm going to go abroad.
It's time you went down the Autobahn again on your motorbike.
It is, really. It is, but I need to get it MOT'd first.
She talks about me with excuses, don't she, about my clothes. This bike's been in bits and pieces forever.
No, it hasn't.
You didn't ride it last year.
No, I know I didn't.
See?
Because it was in bits and bloody pieces. Well, it wasn't in bits and pieces, it just wouldn't run. But now, cabs are fixed.
Procrastination. She tells me off and then she's as
Just
bad as
wait,
me.
just wait. Just give it a couple of weeks and I'll turn up on it.
She's as bad as me. She used to turn up on a bike, regular as clockwork, didn't you?
Yeah.
A couple of years back.
Yeah.
Then I've not seen either hair of it since.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah. I don't think she's still got it.
Oh, I have.
No, she's got a pedal bike. I'd
No.
love to see you on a pedal bike up them hills.
Oh, gold. Yeah, no. Hats off to all them cyclists, but no. Oh, gosh.
You're not Bradley Wiggins.
No.
Well, I had to daft when my specialist said get a bike. I thought, is he joking? Get a bike. I haven't ridden a bike since I was 17, 18. No, I tell a lie. I had to go once on Ian's bike when he had a grifter or a chopper or whatever he had. And I was like...
Oh, I once got a pedal bike. The bike I was riding at the time had broken down, and the part we had to order it. So in my wisdom I thought, oh, I'll have a look in Loot. Do you remember Loot, the paper?
Oh, yeah.
This was well before sort of like internet was...
It was the paper version of eBay, wasn't it, really?
Yeah. So, as a loot, there was one quite local for a £5. Even then that were a bargain. So I went and had a look at this lady's bike. Ooh, nice one. Well, I'm not kidding. The route I had to take to work, nothing difficult about it.
Yeah.
But, I hated it. The most frightening experience going.
But when you're in a car, you don't notice inclines. You notice hills, but you don't notice inclines. But when you're on a push bike...
You know, everybody said to me, oh, well, you'd be fine because you ride a motorbike. Oh, no. Motorbike, you can keep in with traffic. You know, you can claim to the road, but on a bike, a bicycle...
I know when I borrowed one of our Ian's, I thought, I'll ride to the park. Nice day, ride to the park. I had to go down the main road. When a bus goes by, it like sucks you in, doesn't it? And in those days, you weren't allowed to ride on the pavements. I mean, now they've got bike lanes, but they didn't in my day. So the bus goes by and it goes, and it sucks you over. And I was like,
well, I must admit, for the few weeks that I was on this bicycle, yes, I rode on the pavement when I shouldn't have done, but I was scared stiff going on road.
I know.
But I found a route that took in all the back streets, and there was one really long back street, must be about a mile long. And I could cope with that, and then it was just like on main road.
But when I drove, Ian used to say I was a backstreet queen because I would go anywhere except down the main road that was full of traffic. I'd go 2 miles out my way. I had 2 miles on my journey because I'd be dipping about down the side street. And I knew the way like that. So I got to somewhere where there was no traffic. You never got me going down the main road. And he used to always say I would go miles out of my way to turn left because I didn't like turning right across traffic. Because when you turn right across 3 lanes of traffic and there's no traffic lights. Yeah. That is scary. proposition.
Yeah.
When they're all coming at you like that, and you're like, I can't get. And especially when Irene's in there going, go now, go now, go now. And I go, no, get out. Because when he lived here, he was always having me picking him up when he'd been to the pub.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all right when he was going to the pub. He used to drive. But he used to have me picking him up from the pub.
Yeah.
Because, of course, he couldn't drive because he'd had a drink. And he used to be then passenger, you know. Back seat passenger, but sitting in the sides.
Yeah.
You know. Go now, do this, do that. And he said, oh, just sit there and shut up or I'm not going to pick you up anymore.
Yeah.
Because he made me dither. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, and that's it. And you don't, you know, the key is not to dither. And
Yeah. He used to say, Mother, you don't have accidents, but you sure as hell cause them.
oh,
That's why I don't drive anymore. I said to him, I'm not renewing my licence. He said, thank God for that. He says, I wouldn't even help you to buy a new car. I wouldn't even help you. He said, you're dangerous.
oh dear.
Oh, dearie me. Anyway, we haven't beeped off, have we yet? So
No, I don't think we have.
we beeped off last time and I can't remember what you're halfway through saying.
No, neither can I. Wonderful, this Alzheimer's, isn't it?
I passed my Alzheimer's test, but I don't know how. Because I was so forgetful. I think it's butterfly brain. That's what it is.
Oh, mine's just so full that, you know.
Yeah, bits keep falling off the
Yeah.
edges, don't they?
That's it.
Well, I've always had a butterfly brain, but now I've got older, I've got an excuse, you know, why I don't remember anything. My dad used to call it old-timers disease.
Yeah.
When he couldn't remember anything, he said, oh, I think I've got old-timers disease. And he always used to think it was the, what was it, in the water? All these non-stick pans he blamed it on.
Teflon.
Teflon. Every time you boil something in a non-stick pan, he used to say a bit of the coating comes off.
Now, do you know,
And it's poisoning.
they say, you know, like, they used to have aluminium pans.
Yeah.
There was something said a few years ago about aluminium pans and that not helping Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
boiled rhubarb in them,
Oh.
the chemical reaction. And I'm thinking,
How did we
you
live?
know,
How did we live?
grandparents and what have
How
you
did we live like years
boiled
ago?
all sorts in them pans and were fine.
That cooker never got, well, the oven used to get used for pies and things, but the top of the oven always had something boiling in it. You know, you put your
Yeah.
potatoes on about dinner time, didn't you, if you wanted it for your evening meal? They used to boil the hell out of everything. It's a wonder we didn't have rickets, isn't it? Because they never, your cauliflower used to be boiled so much it used to go when you put it on the plate. Christmas dinner they used to put on about Christmas Eve, didn't they, you know?
Yeah. I have a
Sprouts.
joke about it, but
Sprouts, you know. There's none of this boil everything for 4 minutes. There's no, none of that.
oh no, that's the other way, because all this, you know, nouvelle cuisine and what have you. I'm sorry, if I go out to a restaurant
I
and
don't-
I want steamed vegetables, I don't want hot salad.
No, and I don't want them too al dente. That they're raw, you know.
That's what I mean. I don't want hot salad. I
No.
want cooked vegetables. Thank you very much.
I don't like them boiled to shreds, but I like them.
Well, yeah, I know, but some of them I just don't like them al dente either.
No.
Because their idea of al dente
Yeah.
certainly isn't anybody else's.
When you go into your broccoli, it goes crunch. No.
No, that's salad.
Yeah, that's raw broccoli. You can have it on
Yeah.
your salad. Yeah, that's not it, is it? No, I like my things cooked.
Yeah.
Not overcooked.
I must admit, I'm waiting for the day when I'm in a restaurant and I can say, oh, excuse me, I didn't order salad. And, do you know, I'm waiting for that. I really am.
Oh, it's awful when they're not cooked properly, isn't it? Anyway, I think we better say goodbye before we disappear, don't you?
Yeah, because I better go and rescue that tarpaulin thing.
Oh yeah, we've got the tarpaulin drying
Yeah.
over the railing, so it could be next door by now.
Yeah. And if if there's not another video next week, we'll have flown off with tarpaulin. It's big enough.
It's huge. I don't know where we saw got
We'll be
it from.
paragliding.
Yeah, we could tell you, we could take up paragliding, couldn't we?
Yeah, paragliding or it fills.
Yeah, we'll jump off the White Cliffs of Dover and see if we can get to France.
Right, time to rescue
Time to say
stuff.
goodbye.
Bye.
Andy is waving goodbye.
Why, Andy Pandy?
Goodbye.
Yes.
Are you in your basket, Lou? Are you in the basket, Teddy?
Yeah.
Yep. Right, we can switch off then. We're all in the
Righto,
basket.
we're all in the basket.
We're all basket cases.
Do you know, I was refraining from saying that